Hi. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. On today's episode, so the Zelenskyy meeting fallout, because all of the European leaders are meeting in London tomorrow to support Zelenskyy. Completely backfired. What the Stay Puft Marshmallow president and vice president did. Big, tough, scary. Yeah. So we're going to cover that. More and more people in Canada are saying that Muskie's citizenship should be revoked because he's got dual citizenship. And Canada's like, nah, fam. And then I've got some astrographics. I've got there's a lot happening during the lunar eclipse on March 14th. And I'm not going to try to cover all of it. I'm doing it. I've got three pieces of it. And I've got graphics and with the pictures, the astrographic pictures to help you understand. And that's later on. All right. So thank you for being here. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. We have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. You've been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you are watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. And also, I just want to point out quickly that this very evening, it got postponed last week. So the Patreon social is tonight at 7 p.m. Central. You can, the link's in the description box. I don't have any expensive tiers, so they're not too much. They're not a lot. You can come on screen. I'm here. I'm like here, and then there are other people, other patrons, they come on and we can talk face to face, or some people can stay in the chat if they want. But if you want, you can come on and talk directly and we have discussions and all of that. So it's usually this last Saturday of every month, but last week was postponed. So to this very night is Patreon social. All right. So let us get on with the craziness and how, oh, thank you, Nettie. How Dumpy and Shady's ideas of attacking Zelenskyy verbally, big tough guys, has completely backfired. Yeah, let's have a look at that. I agree, Giovanna, they are thugs. Nothing but thugs. Really? So, at 3 minutes, 3:40. Okay. There is the whole mass of European leaders meeting in London tomorrow to discuss how to help Ukraine. So, I was going to ask about that, and then us and our allies, and what an embarrassment. There's a little sign. Days since Trump was a national embarrassment. 0. Helen H., thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. So London tomorrow. See, and here's the thing. As of this evening, Venus in the sky is starting to go retrograde. And we talk about this off and on, retrogrades. It's about going back and double checking and picking up, cleaning up the last bits and making sure there aren't any loose threads. So all of this time of Europe supporting Ukraine, but maybe feeling a little distanced from it, not really wanting to spend more money. Well, with this Venus going into retrograde, it's, oh, let's go back. Let's this was good. This was a good thing. However, I will tell the rest of you, because there's no chance of it happening to me. But for some of you, starting tonight and for the time that Venus is going to be retrograde, do not contact your exes. Don't do it. They're exes for a reason. Don't do it. So, anyway. Giovanna says NATO should automatically let them in. Yeah, which would basically, one of the things I'm going to be asking is about the future of NATO, as in, are we going to be in it at all? Because because NATO could exist without us. Leo the good sir says, I'm afraid an ex will contact me. Well, that can happen too, but just don't initiate anything, even if it seems like a good idea. No, wait. So yeah, that was a big action yesterday, and it was epically stupid on Trump's part. Yeah, this bullying, aggressive, yeehaw, tire screeching garbage yesterday. It was an embarrassment. And now Zelenskyy is in London, and the other leaders other leaders from all across Europe are getting together to say, how can we help? We end up isolated. And because of that, Europe pulls together more tightly, and Putin becomes more isolated. Four of Pentacles, King of Swords. I honestly am not sure how Putin is still able to wage any sort of war, because it feels like his economy is shot. Not even close. I mean, bad. Horrible. But he's still playing this game. Thank you, Patty. Thank you for becoming a member. Okay, well done, Jay, for genius. Yeah, they mean it. They're going to help Ukraine. Oh, thank you for becoming a member, Mousy. Thank you. Linda Sue says, so proud of the UK and Europe. Mm-hmm. Corsmith says, in my humble opinion, the felon will arm Russia. That will be harder to do than it sounds. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But Giovanna says, I need a t-shirt. A t-shirt that says what, my friend? Okay. Chaos was the point. The dynasty. And with this is people with small amounts of money with temperance. I do think that Dumpy is going to do whatever he can to get rid of sanctions. James's task was in the Oval Office. Oh yeah, we read on that yesterday, or we talked about it yesterday. So oh, wait. What was the t-shirts? Retelling says, I'm hoping to get my world upside down t-shirt. And Amy says, I want a t-shirt with a grumpy egg, chocolate, and coffee bean. Funny you should say that. All right. Okay. So will Europe continue to support Ukraine? Giovanna says, I stand with Ukraine on one side of the shirt, and I didn't vote for him on the other side. Justice, real justice. Ukraine did nothing. They did nothing. They were attacked. No, Russia had no right. No right. Hermit, Page of Cups, Star. This is more unity. Even though Europe is united, their militaries are still quite separate. So but you put them together, and it certainly starts becoming a much bigger thing. And Zelenskyy is a hero. And we're isolated. Russia's isolated, but yeah, we're horribly, horribly isolated. Sorry about that noise. So, at 12 minutes in, I want to look at the damage. And I've already gotten the Hermit card twice. But how badly has Trump alienated us from our allies? Are they even still allies? Jeez. Ms. Gibson says, I've contacted my Ohio governor and senator. Nothing now. They're not even taking my email or calls. Really? I do know that Speaker Mikey, the heretic, he has said to the Republicans, don't do town halls anymore. It's all those liberal activists. No, it's not. All right. Do we even have allies in Europe anymore? What a traitorous cretin our president is. There are 340 million people in America. Obviously, not all of them are of voting age, but vast amounts are, actually. In this last election, 77 million people voted for the dumpster fire. 75 million people voted for decency. 77, 75. Even if you put them together, 140, 152 million people voted. That's not even half of our population voted. So a fraction of our country put the dumpster in power. So whenever they're telling you, half the country voted for us, no. We have a mandate. No. Oh, no, you don't. And to our former allies, we're sorry, for we didn't vote for him, and we speak out every day to say no. And I think that there's enough goodwill that has built up over the last 80 years. And considering that there's talk about putting tariffs on American goods, but specifically focusing on goods that famously come out of red states, I think they do know that a lot of us are just pulling our hair out. That's our country. That's the Emperor's card is the card I get for our country. Judgment, 75, of which 77 million people in our country showed none. Queen of Swords. Six of Swords. Strength. King of Wands. Well, this makes me crazy. This makes me crazy. Literally, Europe is stronger without us right now because of this jerk. Poor judgment. And this is helping Ukraine. But also they are starting to build up their own militaries, which means they need us less and less and less. And we get more and more marginalized, and more they're giving us less intelligence. They're giving us it's making us more and more unsafe. And they are right now with this jerk in office. They are better off without us, and that makes me sick. Oh, I'm not going into if there were some underhanded schemes going on with the election. I'm not even. I mean, I'm just with the facts they will admit, or even facts, quote unquote, they will at least accept or go with. Ms. Gibson says, I'm a psychic medium, but I can only tap into a little bit of time because it's too much energy. Just overall, or Alton Pond, you're correct. Reagan would be losing it right now. He really would. Apparently, Kirsten Langston, I didn't get to see it yet, but Kirsten Langston did one of her drunk tarot things with her friend, and that they talked to Reagan and Nancy Reagan, and apparently she did not like them. But apparently he was very charming. And it's like, well, yeah, of course he was charming. You know, when Clinton goes to the other side, he'll be charming. They know these are people who know how to be successful politicians. So, all right. All right, so, yes, it's physically hard on the body. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so and Goral was kind of extrapolating a question out of this. Goral was saying experts say the two stooges yesterday killed NATO. European leaders, Australia and Canada, have shown their support for Ukraine, Russia and Hungary for the US. Is it possible to see what impact this will have on the world? The world's power has definitely changed. So I actually, if it's all right with you, and I have answered, I did answer one of your questions earlier. So our place in the world, not just with Europe. Of course, it's also New Zealand. Okay. Place in the world. As long as Felonious Dump is in power. Card for the reading. Big old devil card. There it is. Seven of Pentacles. All they care about is money. There's the World card. Page of Wands. There's the Magician. Nine of Swords. Oh, USA. That's got that energy very strongly. Yeah, the USA was actually doing a lot of good. And now there are a lot of people are going to suffer. This is a rearranging of our resources. Trump offering a gold visa for people who are willing to pay $5 million to come here. Page of Wands. And encouraging young neo-schmatzis. Yeah, okay. So basically, damage as far as the eye can see. Fair enough. It's not forever, but... Okay, so... Do-do-do. All right. There is a lot of talk, before I get off of this topic of the staggering embarrassment and idiocy of what happened in the White House yesterday. Several voices suggest that the felon and weirdos disgusting stunt yesterday was scripted and planned. What did the cards say? Did they think they were actually going to be able to convince him? Or was it did they think that was going to, obviously it was a show for Putin, but if it actually improves Ukraine support, then that was very bad. Jazzy Sophie says, of course it was planned with Putin's help. Oh, I'm not asking if it was planned. I totally believe it was. So I'm not asking if it was planned. It was, is Putin furious now? Do we know that Felonious Dump and Shady, that especially Felonious Dump, will never admit that he was wrong? They'll blame Zelenskyy, and what I was getting was, I think there comes a point where Felonious Dump starts blaming Vance too. Because he was there. It wasn't muck. it was Vance who was there to do this with Trump, and it didn't work. Queen of Cups. Talk about must-see TV. Must see and be disgusted TV. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, fruits of labor, giving some money. There's Judgment, the Star, but the Three of Swords. Yeah, this was what you might call moronic, a miscalculation on an epic scale. So now it's a matter of Putin's going to demand, I think is going to demand more from Trump. Right, okay, my understanding, and I could be wrong, but my understanding right now is that Putin is promising Trump all kinds of real estate in Russia. All kinds of real estate. And because these people are so awful and wrong, they will sell out their own country to make themselves rich. I can't wrap my head around this. I don't think you can either, or I don't think you'd be here. How you already supposedly you already have a whole lot of money. You're not going to go hungry. You don't give any to charity. Remember, you defrauded charities. Don't say allegedly. They took them to court. After a point, what do you need? I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand. Hang on. Lisa's asking, do you think Trump could try to give him Alaska? Oh, jeez. Let's have a look. 28. I don't always take questions out of the chat because I try to stick to with because I know a lot of you ask questions before, which is what I need, but sometimes it's just that's where the energy's taking me. So I'll pull 3 cards on is Donald J for Genius Trump. And I didn't make that up. The story by a Republican is that's what he said the J stands for. Genius. Is he going to try to give Russia Alaska? Hello, Salty Chip. Only those who were mainlining the Kool-Aid would go along with this. There would be uproar uproar, just people beside themselves. It would put Dumpy and his ilk on the defensive, poor judgments, and only those who were that tiny group who would basically give away anything and destroy the country rather than have a Democrat be allowed to exist. I'm getting a big no. Well, who knows? Who knows if they'll talk about it? But no, it's not going to happen. So, okay. Ms. Gibson says I had to calm my energy down. It was upsetting the kitty. Because I'm not getting upset anymore because it just makes him upset. Oh yeah. Kelly's asking, speaking of Jack, where is our knight in shining armor? In The Hague. You're okay, sweet. Oops, sorry. Loud share. Hello, sweetheart. Tis the good sweetheart. You're a good boy. It's so soft. He's so soft and so warm. All right. So, at 3050, Claude was saying that through a petition, Canadians are demanding that Elon Musk's Canadian nationality be revoked. He has dual citizenship. The petition has been put online since February 20th and has accumulated at this moment over 344,000 signatures. Talk about being voted off the island. Thank you, Sandra. Oh, wow. 344,000 Canadians saying, no, you're out of here. Canadians. I'm having trouble picturing those 344,000 people saying sorry. It's like, no, we're not. Not sorry. And I feel like I can say that just because a while back, who was it? Some of you who are in Canada told me that I say sorry so much that you're going to make me an honorary Canadian. Thank you. All right. Will Elon Musk lose his Canadian citizenship? It would be a first in Canadian history. Thank you, Sandra. Robbie says, scratch, scratch, scratch. Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. All right. It does make me wonder. Well, I mean, my understanding is he's had his 13 children where they weren't all with Americans, but some were. Those poor kids. Those poor kids. There's a lot of talk here. There are a lot of signatures. Are the politicians, do they have the intestinal fortitude to make the richest man in the world that angry? But this is Canada. It's lovely. Lovely energy. So, yeah. I don't know if you've heard, but there are an increasing number of unsold homes in the U.S., especially in certain areas. And apparently there are places in Florida that are being just emptied, where there are thousands and thousands of homes on the market that aren't selling. Basically, it's hurricanes and you can't get insurance and you want to get the heck out of Florida. So And one person I heard, she was saying that they're Canadian, but they had a second home in Florida, for the winter or whatever, and they're selling it. And they're not gonna travel to the US anymore. They're not going to. So we really don't need a repeat of 2008, but this is different. This wouldn't be a lot of people who got mortgages who couldn't afford them. This is just home prices possibly starting to sink badly because there's too much on the market. Diane says Canadians are selling off houses. Yep. All right, let's have a quick look here. One of the big things about the real estate market crash of 2008, it was if you had money, you could snap up all kinds of properties. People not having enough. The fool is in his policies are there. And this is just underhanded garbage. This is like in Florida, the how women are treated like second-class citizens. And if you have money, they can snap some stuff up. So I'm not getting a tower card, which is good. See, my great-grandson, 2 years old, was saying hi to Autumn. He thinks she's on the phone. Oh, that's very sweet. Yeah, I'm a little concerned here. I keep looking at prices. I keep looking at the economy. And I don't get, it isn't that, I am very concerned. And even though the cards aren't saying tower, crash, I don't know that it needs to, because what I keep getting over and over and over is the difference between the poor and the rich that is spiking even more. And right now it's completely untenable. And that causes all kinds of additional problems. And it is terrible for the economy. I don't know. They're not using their heads. We know that. Because it's when you have a powerful middle class, that's when your economy just starts ticking over. So, goodness gracious. Okay. And we are isolated too. There's that. Okay. So, now this happened Thursday, and I've been rolling it over. I didn't get a chance to get to it until now, but oh boy. Musk suggested Thursday that members of the U.S. Congress should get salary increases as a way to discourage corruption. Oh, I'm sure that's... Really? Salary with all these people losing their jobs. Oh, we have to cut back because, but Congress, they should get raises. Cubby's asking, anyone hear about how yesterday's no buy day went? I don't know. I was wondering that myself. Amy says drywall is over $25 a sheet this week. How much is it normally? So a raise for Congress. The card in the middle is sitting pretty. Three of Pentacles. This is a bunch of Doge. Project 2025. So needless as it was 15. It went from 15 to 25. Yikes. Ugh. Chariot, Empress. They tried so hard, Muck and his ilk, they tried so hard to get as much through as quickly as they could, to make all of these changes as fast as they could. Okay. Based on lies, Tower. Oh, it would not go well if they tried to do that. Is this Tower just what would happen if they were dumb enough to try to give themselves raises? Is that just, yeah, that would be bad, or is that Tower card for something that is likely coming up? The courts are already stepping in to stop felonious dump and muck, and she's going to keep going. This is the last card. The card for the reading is they came in gangbusters, going to do all of these cuts and all these awfulness. And of course, we know it's Project 2025 is the plan. You can go look at it. Go, oh yeah, look, they're doing that, and they're doing that part, and they're doing that part, and they're doing that part. And it's in bad faith. This whole thing is in bad faith. If they really were going to, if they were really interested in cutting down the deficit, the corporate welfare would be on the chopping block too. But it's not. No, you don't hear a peep about that one. Just spout their far right garbage. Well, we're holding together. Shaky ground. The judiciary's stepping in to stop a lot of this stuff. All right. Can this be enough? There's been enough pain. MAGA, is this enough for you to wake up? Because I don't want it to get worse. Yes, precious one. He's very tired. I woke up at 5. He's very tired. Because I've had to step away from the news for a bit. I understand. And thank you, Sharon. It's very sweet. All right. So Acadian Proud had a question. Speaking of saving money, oh yeah. It appears that the DOJ is looking to hire new attorneys to help deal with all the lawsuits that have been filed against the current administration. How many will risk their licenses for Grump and Muck? Because there's nothing as cheap as lawyers. That'll save the American taxpayers so much money. And it says, and this fund only started on January 20th. Yep. It's only been, what, a month and a week or something? So, new attorneys. They need to hire new ones because there are so many cases. Sunny Lou says, you'd think that I've learned by now. Robin D says, I was a paralegal for decades. I wouldn't touch it. I don't blame you. What? Raymond something? Yeah, these are not good cases. Page of Cup. It's not super hard to fight against them. There are employment contracts in place. There are star is in the middle. Make a name for yourself, I guess. 5 of Wands with all of this stuff. The court's already saying that. Hi. The court's already saying that Trump doesn't have the right to fire these people. His dynasty. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anybody being hurt. I hate to say that about anybody, but it's true. He doesn't care. So, yeah, I guess there will be some people who think they'll be able to make a name for themselves. But do you want to be a part of the Trump legacy? You too could be a part of the Trump legacy. Because that's always worked out so well for people who support him. Oh boy. Okay. Sinner says those cards are cool. Thank you. This is the Pulp Tarot. Yeah. Deborah says, just ask Rudy. Yes. Patty says the SS Trumptanic. Yes. Whereas I was saying yesterday, he is the USS Embarrassment. Okay. Oh, the Tate brothers. Chill down my spine. It's like reading on serial killers, only. Yeah, I mean, the Tates, their energy is. All right, I may as well. Oh, man. Okay. Do you mind? Okay, I adore you. I really do. But, I'm trying to. If I move that blanket there, you're a sweetie. But you should bathe over here. Bathe over there, dear. Okay. Well, that lasted 2 seconds. You did not. Get down. Just one moment. Get down. Oh, no, you did not. You're done. Yeah, you're done. You're done. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Thank you, Louis. Louis, the links for the tarot decks I used are in the description box. Yeah, he didn't break the skin, but that was harder than normal. Yeah, you can't really even see it, but yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm fine, but yeah, that was a very strong nip on my hand, and it's like, no. So I put him in the bedroom and closed the door so he'll lay down on the bed. As I was walking away, he was lying down on the bed. So he'll get some sleep. He'll be better. Robin D gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm fine. Kelly said, Boo Boo said, no Tate brothers. I know, right? Whew. I'm fine. He's fine. He just needs to, he's just tired. All right, let me do this at 50, 20. 50, 30. Seriously. Serial killer energy. So gross. Oh my gosh, Claude gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Which is, are you sure Boo Boo Sankey wasn't trying to warn you? Yeah. All right, so the Grump administration may have pressured Romanian authorities to lift the Tate brothers' travel ban. They flew directly to Florida. As soon as the ban was lifted, I want to say that it was on a private jet. Oh boy. Catherine Jones says, Boo Boo lost his zen, needs a nap. Yep. Ten of Swords. In my opinion, entertainment only YouTube, in my opinion, these guys need to be in prison. Opinion. Queen of Pentacles. They still have money. Queen of Pentacles, Chariot, Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and Sun. Oh, man. Okay. They will pick up where they left off. Do not go anywhere near these guys. Do not do everything you can to keep people you care about, or just keep people in general away from these guys. This is awful. Awful energy. There, I am. They are awful and dangerous. So I'm just getting them picking up where they left off. So will these, I use the term loosely, men, monsters, scumbags, will they end up, please, going to prison at some point? These guys need to be isolated. Alice is very bad vibes. Yeah. Women. Temperance, Romania. They're supposed to be back in Romania, next month? Think they're going to go back? Page of Wands. Sitting pretty. Two of Pentacles. All right, they will be stopped eventually. But the money gets them in trouble. It's either not paying taxes, or it's the the trail, the breadcrumbs. It's the money that will ultimately get them in trouble. But man. Okay. Kay says, I'd forgotten about them, to be honest. I know, me too. Just, it was so nice, wasn't it? Okie dokie. So, I don't want to leave it on that, but unfortunately, I don't have anything. Oh my gosh, the astrology stuff. I'll have to go over it tomorrow. I'm sorry. It take some time. So let's just go over something that's just, just normally, understandably awful, vile, the huge. At 56 minutes in, so felonious dumps administration. The Trump administration's Department of Education debuted a new portal where Americans can report any diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives lingering at public schools. Critics are aghast at what they have dubbed a man with small mustache-esque snitch line. Will this continue? I know, right? Katie Pratt says, I meant you read on Gump and Muck and how they will handle the fallout, not on the brothers. I don't understand. I read on one of your questions. Yeah, I did. Yeah, snitch. Snitches. Mm-hmm. They don't have any loyalty or decency. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. What you if you find any, you get. Is there a reward? Grace says, I do not suggest anyone abuse it. Oh, that snitch line. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't want that to happen. 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Chariot. Oh, yeah. It's not going to be the biggest thing, but boy, they are definitely going forward. They're not done yet. 2025, their plan, they're still working it. Now, there's no reward, so what's in it for them? I don't think there are that many people who are that deep into MAGA, but right here you have happy families. I think that some of the MAGA people I'd be careful. I'd be careful with the snitching. Yeah. I don't want any violence for anybody. I don't. I've said it many, many, many times. No violence. And I would be worried because you have to live in that community. And if it's schools, then there are kids involved. And kids aren't, at various ages, are not so great with the frontal lobe, lack of development there, and making decisions. It could get really nasty. So, yikes. So, hang on, what was up here? Joyce says, can there be a hotline for every time teachers spend their own money in their classrooms? Should be a donation line for poor teachers having to spend their own money in the classrooms. All right. Alas, I am sorry to say that there is more. There's more Project 2025 garbage coming. But we're hanging in there, and the courts are starting to help where they can, and there's pushback. Unfortunately, we're not going to get through this unscathed, but we're just acknowledging that we have gotten this far. So just be kind to yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Do self-care, get some rest. Please take care of yourself. Debsy, how about a card for all of us? I can. Get some rest. Take care of yourself. Get some rest. All right. That will do it for me for today. Tonight, don't forget, there is the Patreon social, 7 p.m. Links in the description box. Not super expensive for what it's worth. I know some of you can't, but sorry. And then tomorrow I will go over, it's kind of hard to see, but I make graphics for because the on March 14th, the lunar eclipse is going to square the importance in the big opposition, sun-moon opposition Trump has in his chart. So I'll go into that with my astrographics images to help you understand. And then there's also this happening, and then there's this happening. And that's not even all of it. But we'll go bit by bit. We'll go piece by piece through that. All right. So do take care. Please take care. You're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. Hang in there. And I will see you later. All right. Thank you, Claude. A big thanks for a nice lady. Oh, thank you. Thank you.